Welcome to Vox Weather. This past weekend, Cyclone Freddy slammed the coast of Mozambique for a second time, now a little bit more northwards, and is responsible for the strong winds as well as widespread flooding and heavy rainfall over the low-lying Zambezia province over the southern coast of Mozambique. It moved a little bit more inland, weakened into a low-pressure system this Monday, but even though it's a much weaker system, it's still extremely dangerous as it's slowly moving northwards, still dumping a lot of rain over those areas, especially and the southern parts of Malawi. Then forecasts are saying Freddy will make another U-turn later this week back into the Mozambique channel, but thankfully it's moving over unfavorable conditions for re-intensification. So it's finally later this week, I hope, that will finally wave the record-breaking Freddy goodbye after more than a month. We'll keep a close eye on Freddy, but one thing's for sure, Freddy will stay away from South Africa. So here's your forecast back home. Back home in South Africa, we've got a reaching high that's pushing in some fog as well as cloud at first for KwaZulu-Natal along the escarpment, and light showers likely in the low veld as well as over parts of the Kruger National Park. Also, foggy start today for the west coast, and then later a few heat-induced thunderstorms expected over the Northern Cape, Northwest and Free State, becoming scattered here over the southern areas as well as the Eastern Cape, Lesotho and the southern Drakensberg. We also have a weak cold front brushing the coastline, expected to bring in some light rain on Tuesday night, overnight into Wednesday morning for parts of the Overberg. Very isolated storms in the forecast for the interior of South Africa, becoming isolated to scattered here over the eastern areas as well as later reaching KwaZulu-Natal. And more showers expected in the low veld as that onshore flow will bring in moisture, and a few thunderstorms also likely over the low velds of Limpopo and Mpumalanga. An onshore flow expected along the west coast with foggy patches at first and then later heating up, but then some cloud moving over the Overberg as that weak cold front brushes the coastline, expected to bring in some drizzle on Tuesday evening. Partly cloudy skies for the southern coastline, 24 degrees in Plettenberg Bay and Nelson Mandela Bay, heating up in the Karoo as well as over the interior of the Eastern Cape. Due to the heat as well as sufficient moisture, we're expecting isolated thunderstorms from the afternoon here north of the escarpment and becoming scattered in the vicinity of Matatiele as well as over Lesotho and the southern Drakensberg. Later stormy conditions moving over Kokstad with stormy weather also moving in from the west for KwaZulu-Natal, but most of the day northeasterly wind along the coast and temperatures expected in the upper 20s. We're moving to Mpumalanga where it's cloudy at first, a few foggy patches the morning as well as in KwaZulu-Natal, light rain along the escarpment. This includes parts of the Kruger National Park as well as the Lowveld, but a partly cloudy day and a little bit humid at times with temperatures in the mid to upper 20s, becoming hot in the Bushveld. Temperatures also soaring above 30 degrees in northwest, therefore a few heat-induced thunderstorms likely from the afternoon, especially over the bordering areas. In the Northern Cape, becoming partly cloudy and due to an upper level trough, a few isolated heat-induced thunderstorms likely here in the vicinity of Upington as well as eastwards after an extremely hot day, temperatures in the upper 30s. Moving to the Free State, 30 degrees in Bloemfontein, very isolated storms likely over the interior, becoming isolated over the southern areas and a 30% chance for the east. In Gauteng, 29 degrees in Pretoria, 27 in Johannesburg, and also a few isolated storms likely over the southern areas. And then into Wednesday, that cold front brushing the coastline with an onshore flow also bringing in some cloud and light rain for the southern coast of South Africa. On Thursday, a ridging high behind the cold front will also push in some showers for KwaZulu-Natal and a band of thunderstorms extending over the Northern Cape, reaching the Free State as well as the Eastern Cape, later becoming stormy over KwaZulu-Natal. Well, that's all from me, and remember, no matter the weather, we're in this together.